we don't need to tell you about law of attraction. Law of attraction is like the law of gravity. You can't turn it off, and it is always responding to everything you've got going on vibrationally. It is responding to what you've got going on. It equals your point of attraction. In other words, law of attraction is responding to what you've got going on. So for a while, we've been explaining to you that as contrast causes you to know what you want more clearly, and always in the beginning of that knowing what you want, because the contrast has given birth to it, you're not vibrationally up to speed with it. There is this vibrational gap that's going on because law of attraction is now responding to your inner being who is in the vortex, who is lining up all of the cooperative components big time in order to assist you in the full manifestation and realization of everything that you want. And here you are, having whatever thoughts and beliefs and expectations that you had usually before you launched the desire. So there is this sort of duality going on where law of attraction is responding to both parts of you. The in the vortex part of you and the potentially not in the vortex part of you. So you've got this sort of split going on often that feels like frustration or overwhelmment, that now it is your job to do something about. And that's why we talk to you all day, every day about the art of allowing, about assessing the vibrational difference between who you have actually become. Are you getting what we mean? Do you believe that when you launch a rocket that your inner being actually embraces it and becomes it? Do you know that when you're sick, vibrationally you're weller? That when you don't have enough of something, that vibrationally you have more of it, that when you're confused, vibrationally you're clearer. In other words, this is the way this dynamic universe and the evolution of all species occurs. So there is this vibrational part of you who is calling you home, calling you home, calling you home. And we want to say to you, you're going. The question is, are you going willingly? Because if you relax into it, if you just let go, if you just acknowledge you've done the work, the isness of the vibrational reality is in place. The cooperative components have already been assembled. They will show you amazing things. You will defy the logic of all kinds of people as this vortex does its work. The question is, where are you in vibrational relationship to it? We've been talking about this vortex. You get it, don't you? Conceptually, it's an idea that you can wrap your thoughts around. And we've been letting you know that there is potentially a vibrational gap between who you really are, which is the done deal, the vibrational doneness, it's done, it's done, it's done, and what you have so far allowed to manifest because of what's going on vibrationally. And Esther said to Jerry the other day, you know, I realized that I've loved the idea of the vortex, and I have wanted to be in it as much as I can. So I have been approaching my reality by trying to think the thoughts that make me align with my vortex. Makes sense. Look for things to appreciate. Look for things to bask about. If I find myself feeling negative about something, pivot from it. Say to myself, I know what I don't want. What is it that I do want? Which is a logical approach to lining up with your vortex. But Esther said, this last week or so, it has flipped for me because now I get it that if I let the vortex and what it means and how it feels be all that I'm thinking about, then in establishing my relationship with the vortex, and every day I'm in it, many times, if I milk my vortex when I'm in it, if I keep it going when I'm there, if I find myself on a happy thought and I rampage it longer, if I let my vortex be my undivided intention, if I let my vortex be what I'm reaching for, I now get it, she said, that my vortex affects my manifestation. It's a different way of approaching it. In other words, what we want you to gather as a result of the conversation that we're having here today, and as a result of what's going to go on in your lives in the next hours and days and weeks, as a result of what you pick up from this leading edge conversation, what you're going to come to know is that you have complete control over every manifestation that happens in your life if you approach it from inside the vortex, for example. So something happens. Maybe someone walks into your experience and they don't jive with you in the way you would like them to. They're annoying in some way, or they're unknowledgeable in some way, or they're belligerent in some way. They're abusing someone in some way. It doesn't matter. You witnessed it and you're having a knee-jerk response to it. And as you're having this negative emotion, the reason you're having the negative emotion is because you're responding to it in the way that you are. And if you feel negative emotion, it means that your inner being is responding to it in an entirely different way. In other words, what you're feeling isn't about what you've witnessed. It's about your relationship with the larger part of you who's having a different experience. Can you hear that? Because who you really are is loving this obnoxious person, even though you are not. And so the rift that you've got going on is the separation is too strong of word between who you really are and who you're being. So that's a manifestation that happened. This is the thing that we want you to realize. That person walked into your life and you experienced that manifestation. When we talk about manifestations, we know you think we're talking about cars and empires and legacies and books and relationships and all those pinnacle sort of things that you have been thinking of in terms of goals that you're reaching for. But we want you to understand that what manifestations are, what we really mean by manifestation is what's happening now. This is a manifestation. This room, these lights, these screens, this sound, this people, this global audience. This is a manifestation that's happening right here and now. Your relationship with your chair, your relationship with the people you're sitting next to. This is a manifestation. It's happening now. Manifestation. Everything that is happening around you is a manifestation that is evidence of one thing and one thing only. Your relationship with your vortex. Your relationship with your vortex. So the fact that this annoying person is there or this belligerent person is there is your manifestation, which is simply reflecting back to you your relationship with your vortex. That's all. Well, you see, we're asking something pretty significant of all of you. We're asking you to ignore the reality that's had nearly your undivided attention and to hang your star on your emotions just for a little while, because we know when you do it, your reality will flip. That's what faith is. Faith is finding the vibration without the evidence that backs it up. And most people are looking for the evidence out here in reality. We say we love working with terminally ill people because they finally are the only ones that will do the real work. Because as long as there's one more thing you can do, one more thing you can wrestle to the ground, most of you will do it. It isn't until something gets your attention and you accept that it's the vortex work, it's the alignment with who you are, that you begin to feel your full power, you see. So what happens as you're interacting with other people, it's very common that your desires are similar. In fact, you co-create with your mate. You've co-created such magnificent things in your vortex. You're tied together in a very, very powerful way. But when either of you is not in vibrational proximity to the vortex, it doesn't matter where the other one is, because if you're not there, you can't feel it. And so what we're really saying to you is, and it's hard to hear, but we really want you to hear it, you have to be willing to ignore what everybody else is doing and make your relationship with your vortex the most important relationship that you have. Here's what we would do if we were standing in your physical shoes. We would end every day by putting ourselves in bed, say goodnight to everyone with the idea that you're not going to talk any further. And as you are drifting off to sleep, we would go as general as we can into a place of appreciation. Appreciate your pillow. Appreciate the air conditioning in the house. Appreciate the roof over your head. Appreciate just the simplest things that don't challenge you in any way. Just appreciate. And if you can drift off to sleep in appreciation, if you go to sleep in the vortex, you'll wake up in the vortex. It's just the way that it is, because your vibration is where you last left it. So when you waken in the morning, let your first thoughts be, oh, I like that feeling of appreciation. And then if you can do a little bit of basking just to keep it going. In other words, it's so much easier to start with the vortex and let the vortex affect reality than it is to face reality and then try to drag reality into the vortex. Because law of attraction is amplifying wherever you're at. So if you have a relationship with someone who's really verbal, and so are you, and the conversation is going on around you a lot about what is, you make it hard for you to catch a moment where the vortex can take you in. Now feel this picture. So you've put all of this into your vortex, and this larger part of you stands as the summoner of you. You're being called home to the fullness of who you are constantly. And the reason that you feel every emotion that you feel is because when you're being called home and you're non-resistant, you go, which is the elation. When you are being called home to who you are and you're non-resistance, it feels like passion, it feels like appreciation, it feels like love, it feels like the heavens are opening, as you said. But if you've been talking it up about things that aren't working, and you've been opening the door and you've been noticing that what you're looking for isn't there, and the vortex is calling you, it feels like tension when you don't go. So the more you can relax and let the vortex take you, then not only the better you feel, and then you can begin counting your blessings, so to speak, making lists of positive aspects, but the more manifestations will show up that you can then begin reiterating. It would sound crazy to a normal person to hear Esther crowing about being called with no shoes to the gravel so that she could walk into the closet with no shoes on so that she could discover a problem that she didn't know she had. But to Esther, that was manifestation that indicates that the universe is looking out for me and that I'm in the vicinity, that I'm being called and letting it happen through the path of least resistance. That's what that feeling of worthiness is. The feeling of worthiness is the knowledge that you're good and Source knows it, and you just get this wonderful exposure to life that is building your vortex bigger and better and bigger and better and bigger and better, bigger and better and bigger and better. Jerry and Esther are having such an interesting experience. They've been moving through life. Everything imaginable has come for them. 5 books on the New York Times, a couple of them #1. Everybody wants that. That was something that unfolded. More money than they have any sensible use for. A lifestyle that is rivaled by no one. Beautiful houses all over the place. Driving monster buses around the country. People adoring them. The message moving through them. Everything wonderful. And yet still more room for deepness. Deepness in their relationship, deepness in their understanding of worthiness, deepness in their understanding that all things are possible, deepness in their understanding that it doesn't matter what is, that you have the ability to focus upon what you want and find it, deepness in understanding your true power. In other words, there is no end to what is in your vortex, and the vortex's ability to bring to you greater clarity, greater knowing, greater love, greater confidence, greater security, greater well-being, greater understanding that you are a being with no end to the capacity of your expansion. It is delicious to come together with those like you who are coming more and more every day to know who you are. We've enjoyed this especially today because you came into the vortex with us and in large part knew what we knew while we knew it. Did you feel how smart you felt? In other words, didn't it make sense? Didn't you find the logic of it? Can't you feel your power as you know who you are? We always like it when we have conversations that sort of help you to ease up on your concerns about health and ease up on your concerns about death and ease up on your concerns about lovers and money. Anything that causes you to just let go of your grip a little bit gets you into closer vicinity of who you really are. And because we see so clearly what's in your vortex, it is exhilarating to us to anticipate the manifestations from inside the vortex that are on your very close doorstep. In other words, the thing that is the most satisfying to us about your willingness to play with us in these kind of settings is that when you are deliberate about what you want and contemplative of it and willing to deliberately seek relief, deliberately get into the vortex, when you are consciously aware that you have identified desires and that you are consciously aligning with them, making your emotions important to you. When a manifestation occurs, your sense of empowerment just goes off the charts. And that's how you help to empower others, is by discovering your own empowerment and then displaying it. The feeling of worthiness really only ever is fully